It's about to get delicious. On a recent trip to San Diego, my wife and I visited Samburgers. I got one of the Samburgers. What she got was some loaded tots. It was loaded with some shredded pork, amongst some other things. So I just kind of wanted to make my own. I wanted to make some loaded tots of my own. And here we have tater tots, shredded beef, Bachan's barbecue sauce, crispy shallots, a Blazing Star barbecue Reaper cheese sauce, and some chili oil from Salsa Monte. Yeah, it's about to get delicious. Cheers. Today we're gonna turn this chuck roast into some insanely delicious shredded beef. I know I make a lot of shredded beef on this channel, but it's actually one of my favorite things to eat. Today, we're gonna cut this out of the package, pat dry it, season it with some of this barbecue general from PS Seasoning, and get it on my Camp Chef smoker. And today is probably the last day that I'm gonna be using my Camp Chef Woodwind Pro. And I'll tell you why a little bit later. So let's go ahead and get this meat seasoned up. Pat dry the meat a little bit. We're using this barbecue general by PS Seasoning. Delicious SPG rub, salt, pepper, and garlic. All right, both sides. Now, if you're interested in the seasoning, I'll put a link in the description below. We have the meat seasoned, so now it's time to go fire up the grill. So today we're gonna be using the high smoke setting on the Camp Chef. What we're really trying to do is just get a lot of smoke on the chuck roast before we braise it. And later, we're gonna braise it in some Bachan's barbecue sauce, a little bit of ginger, some garlic, maybe some onion, and it's gonna taste absolutely fantastic. Let's get the Camp Chef fired up for one last time, and then we'll get this meat on the grill. Our meat is just about ready to come off of the smoker, so we gotta put together this liquid that we're gonna braise it. We're actually gonna put it in the pressure cooker. So the liquid that we need for the pressure cooker. About a tablespoon of fresh grated ginger. And I'm just gonna put a little bit of this Bachan sauce in there just so I can get it nice and incorporated together. Just adding a little bit of ginger to this Bachan sauce, it takes it like 10, 20, 30 levels higher. I mean, it's good by itself, don't get me wrong. Let me prove it to you. That's so good. This chuck roast spent about 2.5 hours on the Camp Chef Woodwind Pro at the high smoke setting. You can tell from the color that it's taken on quite a bit of smoke, which is really gonna taste good when we put this together. Now this is gonna go into our Ninja Foodie with the Bachan's barbecue sauce, the ginger, a little bit of garlic, some onion, and we're gonna let this cook until it just shreds apart. Bulb of garlic, white onion, Bachan sauce and ginger. We're gonna use the hot and spicy as our liquid. The meat went into the pressure cooker on high for 30 minutes. We'll let it naturally release and then we'll shred the beef. Our loaded tots are gonna need a cheese sauce, so I got some medium cheddar and some Swiss cheese. We're gonna grate this and make our cheese sauce. Over low heat, add a little half and half to your sauce pot. Fully dissolve 2 teaspoons of sodium citrate into your half and half. Sodium citrate is what's gonna make your cheese nice and silky smooth. So if you're not a fan of Velveeta cheese, this is how you get that creamy texture. Add your cheese about a handful at a time. Just keep whisking it all together. If it gets too thick, add a little more half and half. We're gonna be adding some Blazing Star Reaper to our cheese. Look at that. Nice and silky smooth. Today I'm gonna be using these extra crispy tater tots. I'm not gonna show you how to cook them. You just read the back of the package. Clean bone pool. Let's give it a taste. You got a nice little smoke ring in there, a little smokiness, some sweet flavors from the Bachan's barbecue sauce. I was sent this jar of Salsa Monte out of Las Vegas. We're gonna put a little bit on this shredded beef, almost like we're re-seasoning it. Get that all mixed in. It has a nice kick to it. It's not too spicy in something like this where it's spread out evenly among a lot of meat. So you've been warned, it's very addicting. I'm gonna put some more on my tots. of my favorite bottles right now. Shout out to Southern Vet Sweets who sent me this bottle. I love it. That's gonna taste pretty damn good. Love it. All we got left to do is eat. Whew. Whoa, that chili oil kind of kicks you in the nuts there. The sweet beef, the cheese sauce, the Bachan's barbecue, the chili oil, everything goes together perfectly. And then you get some crispy shallot on the back end. In the words of the owner of Blazing Star Barbecue, oh yeah. Now, for those of you that have been wondering why that was the last time I'm gonna use my Camp Chef Woodwind Pro and why I'm saying goodbye to Camp Chef, it's because I have a new Camp Chef and we're gonna break it out soon. Cheers. And remember, if you like this content, hit that notification bell, hit that like button, leave me a comment, share it with a friend, and most importantly, don't you dare forget to subscribe. I'm gonna go crush these. Cheers.